Alright, so y'all went crazy. And by crazy, I mean absolutely rabid. No, oh my gosh, rabid. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm getting dumber. But anyway, yeah, 200 plus subscribers. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I just gotta say, appreciate all of you. That is insane, especially since I got it in like a couple of days. And the fact that you guys have bothered to subscribe and stuff, and you just want to see more of my art and content is pretty incredible to me. And just love y'all. Love y'all. Now, for this achievement, I think you guys deserve a little treat for being on such good behavior. And for that accomplishment, I'm going to tell you, or retell you, a tale as old as time itself, because that's how old I am. And it's going to be about my childhood. Yay! Story time, anyone? Story time videos. But yeah, I think it's best to start with a pretty simple story. And that's about mechanical vehicles, or just vehicles. I have a love-hate relationship with vehicles in general. Bicycles and scooters, we all love those. But you know, as kids, we tend to be dumb. We don't really know what we're doing. We're only half conscious, half aware of the fact that we're alive. And as a kid, I of course begged and pleaded with my parents that I would love and absolutely love them for a razor, a razor scooter. And, you know, they were really nice and they were able to get it for me for like my birthday and stuff. But what little me failed to realize is the absolute devastation that is these scooters. Oh my gosh. Now, you know, this day, it was the first day that I've had a razor scooter. I was ecstatic. I was hyped to finally go fast and not be huffing and puffing while running. And with this new contraption, this new mode of transportation, I just hopped on and immediately started pedaling, or no, not pedaling, but, you know, I guess boosting myself? I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, started pedaling back and forth, going around in circles, going around my neighborhood block a couple of times. And then I got off. And as I got off, I picked up my scooter by the handles, thinking it was going to be an easy drop off in my garage. It freaking bit my ankles. Oh my gosh, it hurt. It hurt so much. I can still feel it. But yep, as goes the saying with scooters and razor scooters, it bit my ankle, and then I therefore bit the dust in absolute pain. It was not a pleasant experience. But I'm sure you've all had that similar experience. But how about this next one? So, you know, after the failed attempt with the razor scooter, I then begged my parents, maybe like a couple months later, about getting a bike because, you know, razor scooter didn't work out for me, so why not have a bike instead, since it's probably less deadly to the ankles. So it actually turns out that my parents couldn't get me a bike. I mean, they could, but you know, it was expensive, and I had like two other siblings, especially since that my parents also had low income jobs. I'm not going to name them here, but all I can say is that my mom was a teacher as a starting point. But yeah, they didn't get me a bike, which was fine. Honestly, I got over it. I was a kid. I threw a fuss about it, and then I got over it. That's how it works. And then Halloween came. Now, at my local church, there was always a celebration for like the holidays and stuff. Not every holiday, but you know, the basic ones like Easter, Christmas, and of course Halloween. And at this Halloween event, they had these fun little raffles. And one of the raffles is where you put your name in and you can win a prize, as raffles work. Just fun gambling and stuff. So for it, they were nice enough to not pay people. You just have to put your name in, your phone number, all of that. I didn't have a phone number at the time because I was a kid, so I asked my mom, and she said, yeah, sure, use my phone number, kid. And so I did. I put my name in, put my little ticket in, and prayed that I won. Now, you might be wondering, Star, what does this have to do with death scooters? Well, the thing is, the prize for the winners, there was two raffles and 2 winners, and the 2 prizes were bikes. That's right, the thing that I was praying for before was a bike, and I was ecstatic. I wanted it. What kid? The past feeling of rejection as my parents refused to get me the bike that I ever so wanted was finally within my grasp. I was kind of on and off with both dread and confidence about my winnings. And so a week went by, and I gave up hope already because kids have poor attention spans. And then, a couple of weeks later, probably 3, my mom received a phone call. And it was my church, and I ended up winning the cute little girl bike. And the only sane thing that a girl my age does when they receive an awesome prize is to name their bike. Now, my bike was so cute and frilly, and it just had so many sparkles and pink, which I still love to this day. Well, I mean, not the bike. I just like the theme, my bike's dead and gone. R.I.P. But yeah, the name I gave my bike, my cute little girly bike, was Raptor. Yeah, I named my bike Raptor. During that time, I watched Jurassic Park, and I was kind of indoctrinated by my cousin who absolutely loved it. Well, I was just like, meh, Pokemon's my addiction, not dinosaurs. That was a phase that ended a long time ago. But in true girly pop girl boss spirit, little me named my bike Raptor, and I absolutely loved Raptor. She was the best bike ever, and I always went so fast on her. It was like being on the swing set, like jumping off of it, or just like soaring high, but constant. Until your legs got tired, that is. But now, here comes the sad, tragic backstory. So, a while later, me and my family moved. We moved out of that neighborhood to an apartment complex. And we lived there for a couple of years. And during one year, when I was 12, I was biking down the small, narrow sidewalks that lined my neighborhood, as I did almost every other day because I was bored and didn't know what to do. And on that one faithful day, I just wasn't paying attention, and I right into a tree, right into a freaking tree. And let me tell you, it did not feel good. I wasn't like shocked and stuff. My body was kind of full of adrenaline. And during accidents, I'm always told to remain calm. So I was just kind of in a moment of dissociation and just got up, took my bike, and then went back home. And I disowned Raptor. She just was no longer my trusted steed, and I just chose not to run that horse into the ground anymore. So yeah, there's my childhood trauma. Not actual trauma, but yeah, you grow up, you get fears based on experiences you had because your brain's trying to protect you, but it's super annoying because you can't do anything fun anymore. But yeah, that was my experience with the death vehicles of transportation. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini story time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a pleasant day. Yippee! Thank you again for 200 subscribers. Well, 200 plus and stuff.